war path. The issue of pension updation remains unresolved. Comrade Suprita Sarkar, the General Secretary of AIBPARC, is the most apt person to narrate and explain the present situation in the war front. May I invite Comrade Suprita Sarkar for his keynote address, which all of us are eager to listen.
Respected President of the meeting, very eminent dignitaries on the days of the days, my dear senior citizens of Federal Bank, ladies and gentlemen. For me, it is a great pleasure and I never miss your invitation. As I am remembering, whenever call goes, before getting the formal invitation, I say, yes, I will be there. The reason is that I always note a difference. If the starting point of the meeting is at 10 a.m., people make the hall full at 9:30. This is your organizational loyalty, your commitment, which I salute. As for our affiliate, Federal Bank Retired Officers Forum, I tell you, comrade, this is our one of the most disciplined, enthusiastic, and robustly loyal affiliate of AIBPARC. We are proud of you. My praise does not stop with the praise of the individuals and the praise of the organization. I must be thanking profusely the management of Federal Bank, and I like to communicate the same through honored Khejuria sir. Sir, this is the bank which is first among the private sector banks in India, which has implemented improvement of family pension in line with government employees and RBI employees. This bank has stood first. Sir, I convey my regards. This is the bank which can compete with any A1 public sector bank in India in respect of HR policies. This is the bank which reimburses 70% of the premium of base policy, medical insurance policy, which in other banks it is not happening. We have been born by the law of nature. Everyone will have to die someday. Let us be bold enough to feel the catastrophe. But this bank has come forward with a funeral assistance of 20,000 in each case. I compliment you as a member. I compliment the organization as a disciplined soldier, and I profusely express my gratefulness to the bank for its pro-employee HR policies. Comrades, I am greeting each one of you from me, my side, from the side of Comrade K.V. Acharya, our national president, and the entire organization. Comrade Acharya has sent an elaborate message. He has wished you happiness, peace, prosperity of yourself and your organization. His body is in Bangalore right now, but I am sure his mind is in the hall. He has sent an elaborate message which is very affectionate, which is very loving. Now, in a very short span of time, I will give you an overview of where the retirees movement stands. You will remember, in the year November 2012, just 11 years back, AIBPARC was formed in Delhi. At that time, we had 4 core issues. You remember, number 1 was updation of pension. Number 2 was improvement of family pension. Number 3 was 100% DA neutralization for pre-November 2002 retirees. Number 4 was medical insurance at affordable cost. With these 4, let us now see where we stand. When I came in your last conference, we proudly declared that because of our persistent effort and relentless struggle, we have been able to achieve improvement of family pension in line with central government employees and Reserve Bank of India employees. This was our achievement number 1. I am not forgetting that horrible days. IBA, for surprising reasons, made the communication of improvement of family pension by addressing the circular, by addressing the advice to Managing Director and CEO of State Bank of India and all nationalized banks. Immediately, AIBPARC jumped upon IBA, told it is a wrong communication. He will have to address the letter to all the member banks of the bipartite settlement. And then it was rectified. Ultimately, the private sector banks like Federal Bank got covered. So this was our item number 1. And this year, we have come with the great news of 100% DA neutralization to pre-November 2002 retirees. The injustice, the infliction of injury which was created in May 2005, after a lapse of 18 years, it got corrected. You all know, American President John Kennedy had an oft-quoted line. I shall not be quoting the full line because there are problems. I will only quote a portion of the quotation. He told, success has many fathers, but failures are. There is a word which I am not mentioning. I am telling failures are parentless. Every time it happens, what clearance? I do not have any hesitation to say that IBA of today is nothing but a paper, rubber stamp. They cannot do anything until and unless it is unofficially cleared by Government of India, followed by a formal clearance. Without the concurrence of government, IBA is not empowered to sign these particular minutes. I would have been the happiest person on earth if in this meeting I could have declared that DFS clearance have come and you are going to get it. But friends, please do not lose hope. Organization is doing its job. You have given us long rope of tolerance, and I'm sure you will be giving a few more days and it will be coming. So the first issue, improvement of family pension, honorably resolved. Second issue, improvement of 100% DA neutralization, anomaly correction, it will be done. Again, I am telling you, we have written to IBA. At the time of issuance of the advice, you should not write State Bank of India and nationalized banks only. You will have to write all the member banks so that the problem does not arise in case of private sector banks like Federal Bank. Now, medical insurance, you have seen many things. 2 policies will be there. The existing policy which you had been there, that will be there. Another policy is coming, 2 lakhs base plus 10 lakhs top up. I will only tell you, there are so many unanswered questions. The communication is hazy. It is not clear. It is not transparent. And you will not jump upon it without understanding the implications. Whenever there will be 2 policies in hand, you will come to the organization to know which one I will do. My point is, it is very difficult for the organization to suggest anything because I am not giving you any money. money is yours and the subsidy is banks. We will make a comparative study of what you will get in policy A and in policy B, and you will have to take a decision. I am very cautious in my comment here. I had a desire to tell many things, but without knowing the entire things, I should not comment. The only comment which I do is that the persons, the trade unions, the IBA officials, they had only one consideration in mind, that is to reduce the burden of annual premium. But going to reduce the premium, they have done certain things. Imposition of ceiling in respect of reimbursement. Whether it is a service to the retirees or it is a disservice to the retirees, only future can tell. I will only request you, don't take any decision out of haste. You will read, the circular is expected to come within next 15 days. You will have to talk, you will have to discuss, and then you have to take a cautious decision. Number 4, you are all interested for pension updation. We are tired of writing to politicians, telling to the ministers, telling to the IBA about one regulation, 35.1, 35.1, 35.1 of bank employees pension regulation. You are also tired that UFBU is telling, IBA is telling, Government of India is telling that 35.1 is not applicable for you because it is applicable for a specified group of retirees. Are they trying to befool us? In the year 2003, there has been an amendment when Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the illustrious Prime Minister of the country. The amendment of 35.1 of Bank Employees Pension Regulation has been notified by Government of India in point number 12 of 2003. In that amendment passed in 2003, it has been clearly told that pension updation is to be upgraded wherever applicable as per formulae given in Appendix 1. That means everybody knows, politicians knows, ministers knows, IBA knows, UFBU knows that it is a statutory burden on the shoulder of the employer to update pension updation. But they are taking this way, that way, this way, that way to kill the time so that several thousand pensioners are forced to leave this world. So-called burden comes down. Very caustically, I am making this comment. Now, there are several developments. Our members, I do not know why all of them are reading our circulars. A retiree organization has already issued 73 circulars within this year. Every happening is circulated, every happening is published. Just you have an understanding. Reserve Bank of India made an updation extension. Our people thought RBI has already got pension updation, but I did not get. Why you are forgetting? That pension updation was done in RBI in the year 2019. It gave effect to the bipartite settlement of 1/11/2012. Now it has been extended up to 1/11/2017. Many of you thought RBI has got everything, State Bank of India has got everything, we are not getting anything. It is not like that. In Delhi High Court, there was an order that government will form a committee. Top-ranking officials formed a committee. State Bank of India Pensioners Association, they submitted their memorandum. Management side told their views. The committee finalized their report. It is now under the consideration of Managing Committee of Indian Banks Association. Delhi High Court has given a very prudent order that whatever be the findings of IBA, it is got to be submitted before the Honorable Court on any day before 6th of October. 6th October is a very important day. Sometimes we have to depend on judiciary. 6th October is an important day because what government is going to say about the demands of SBI pensioners, it will be known to you. And the most important thing is that our pension updation case, which is pending in Supreme Court, we came up for hearing on 5th of September. It has been posted for hearing on 10th of September. And you have already known Mr. Tushar Mehta, the illustrious lawyer, Solicitor General of the country, PNB and state will be represented by him. Have you thought? None of the organizations are demanding the benefit of pension updation with retrospective effects. They are wanting that we will be notionally updated and the latest updated position will be made payable to us. This is unfortunate that some of the actuaries who have been hired by IBA, they are telling astronomical figures, 30,000 crore, 40,000 crore, like that. And we have submitted the calculation within an annual burden of 5,000 crore. The entire updation exercise, including State Bank of India, can be completed. You know what are the problems? So far, if you go to the census report of our country, the average life expectancy of an average Indian is less than 70 years. And the actuaries, they are calculating it at 82 years. It makes a difference. Second difference is, most of the banks are having a yield of 8% above annual over the pension corpus. But actuary is telling we will consider 6% because in future the rate of interest will come down. We have a grave doubt whether the actuaries are understanding the subject or not. We had a meeting with an actuary who is an India famous actuary. I showed him the pension regulation. That pension regulation 11 is telling that on the day of signing the balance sheet, as on 31st March every year, the directors present in the board will have to be sanguine that a government-approved actuary certificate has been obtained and it has been told whether there is any shortfall in the pension corpus. If so, whether the corpus has been made adequate by debiting PL account of the bank. I was also officer director in a bank. I have signed semi-annual balance sheets. I am not supposed to know, but bank gave me a checklist, what I am to do. I have seen it, item number 1. You check up whether the government approved actuary certificate is there or not, certifying the sufficiency or adequacy of the pension corpus. So I showed it to Mr. Bhattacharya, who has died a few months back. He was number 1 actuary, oldest actuary. I told, sir, either you or your fellow actuaries have given false certificate at the request of the chairman or any other director. If you have done falsification, you are responsible, not me. He called me, a very old person, a veteran person. He knows how to handle difficult situations. He told me, Mr. Sarkar, calculation is one thing, philosophy is another thing. Philosophically, I am with you. Calculation-wise, I am with bank authority. It is a strategic remark. Just making a summary. We started with 4. We have solved 2. 2 are remaining. Pension updation and medical at affordable cost. We will get it done. Keep faith in the organization. The only problem is that the time available with the retirees is too small. But they will have to live a full life. They must not suffer from helplessness, lack of security. They will have to coagulate. They will have to do this thing and make it clear that He is to live the full life so that each and every benefit goes to him. Now there are two other issues which are no less insignificant to us. Special allowance. Newer retirees are not getting pension and gratuity on a peculiar component known as special allowance. You know the thing, 14 writ applications pending in different high courts of India as per prayer of IBA to Supreme Court has all been transferred to Delhi High Court. But there is a great problem with the pending case at Ernakulam High Court because it is the only case which is in the appeal stage. The writ applications have gone, but what about the writ appeals? Our friends are making queries. We are consulting lawyers. Our affiliates are on the job. Whatever that is required to be done to protect the interest of our members, it will be done. Some of our friends are there. Their numbers are not very high, 5,600. They have rendered more than 20 years of service, but they could not opt for pension. Second option they could not give because they tendered resignation. This is an issue which we commonly call resignees issue. We have taken up the matter. IBA is very firm that we will not allow it. IBA's resolution is telling an adult person with good academic background, if at the time of tendering resignation, he does not know the consequences of resignation, why IBA will suffer for it. But I am happy that UFBU has again reminded IBA that the issue of resigning officers is required to be solved. I am telling you, as a retiree organization, many people thought that retiree organization will be led by retiree people. They are exhausted. They have neither any hope nor they have any vitality. But AIBPARC, over a period of 10 years, have shown that it can show the path. And I tell you, comrade, we will show the path. I only seek that you remain with us up to the end. With this, I say, Namaskar.